Hello, Furio Squirrel here, and we're going to be diving into redstone now and cover the basics of this wonderful dust. Now, redstone, if you did not know already, is basically electricity in Minecraft. It has two possible states: on and off. Right now it's off. You could think of it as 0. And you can think of it as no signal. Think of it as off, really, and on. This was what it looks like when it's on, in case you can't tell. And redstone is used to power anything that is able to receive power, like a door. A wooden door, which is kind of useless to power with redstone because you can open it, can receive power. Yay. And an iron door, which you absolutely need redstone. Once a signal is put to it, it shall be opened. Now, if you're wanting to put this in your home, it's quite ugly to have all this nonsense here. So, although it depends on the device, you can power things from the block underneath it. Oops. Sometimes. I'm experimenting here. Probably have to power this block. If you power this block, you will be in good shape. See? So you could have a wall going up here, and this could be the thing, and it would be hidden. Boom. That's how you make things look pretty. Although I don't know if you really want pretty things. We're not in the business of pretty things. We want to learn how to do stuff with redstone. So, another thing to note: torch. A torch, just on the ground here, will just put out signal, and redstone can actually see it. Right now, it's acting as an output. It gives out. It gives output. Yes. So fancy. That will not receive. However, if you put it like that, and you'll see this isn't receiving, but actually it's not receiving, it's sending power to this redstone. You are thinking I'm crazy? I'm not. It just turned it off. Boom. Basically, a redstone torch acts as an inverter, and this is actually a gate. It's a NOT gate. It will take a signal, a 1 or a 0, and invert it to a 0 or a 1, respectively. That's your first gate. You've been wondering what all this gate talk people have been talking about. Well, there was your first gate, NOT gate. And basically, redstone wiring is simply a series of connected gates, basically. And you have seen the NOT gate, which is a block with a torch. This is the NOT gate. It will take input from here and output here. It's very important to note which block sides are the input and output. Because as gates get more complicated, it will get harder, and if you mess up and put an input into an output, you'll mess everything up. You have to restart, but I promise you won't have to restart like all over. You'll be able to fix it as long as you carefully look. Now, just for a little nostalgia, as I turn the day on, I remember a time when we didn't have this handy dandy thing called a repeater, because redstone can actually only travel for so long. I believe it is 15. And it will get a weak signal. They did add this, and it has a signal strength. I do not know if that affects things. I have read somewhere that it has. I can't remember specifically how, but when we get there, we will remember. It is 1, 2, 3. 15 blocks from the source block. So at that 15 you need to put a repeater. Make sure it's facing the right way too. And with repeaters you can actually add delay with a 1 tick, or actually this is technically a 1 tick, I would consider it. And then right click it, 1 tick, 2 tick, 3 tick, boom. And that's it. And that's actually pretty handy when you want to line up stuff. But what we used to have to do, fancy stuff. Fancy. Oh gosh, I don't even remember how to do this. Yeah, that's a repeater. Yeah, that is an old school repeater. That is that, basically. And without delay, too. Oh, so old school. Yeah, we used to have to do that to make our circuits work. Now we don't. So be glad that we have the repeater, or else you'd have to make pretty ugly things. Now, those are the basics of redstone. Next time, we will be looking into more complicated gates. We'll look at the AND gate and see how useful that is. Bye-bye.